Yo, what is going on? How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the Risen Fallen podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson. If you're brand new to this show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health, self-development, how to get your life moving in the right direction. If you're not feeling good about where you're at right now, at least having the confidence knowing you're getting one step closer to where you'd like to be, 1% better every single day, or at least on a consistent basis. And with all that being said, can we stop with the Instagram and TikTok and Twitter trends of thinking that everything is toxic? And I'm not even talking about, like the personality trait and the behavioral side. I'm talking more about, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wake up this morning. I'm fired up. It's like 4 o'clock. 4:30, something like that. There's a noise outside. I wake up to go check on it, and I think, you know what, it's a good time. I'm just going to go for a run. So I wake up. I go for a run. I get back. Do a little exercise. I do my shower. I do some reading. I do some sitting down and meditating. I'm feeling stoked for the day. Now, here's the thing. I don't touch my phone. I try not to touch my phone in the first couple hours of being awake. I try and do my thing first. But I do my exercise. I do my reading this morning. I do everything right. I'm feeling good. I open up my Instagram, and the first post I see is and I get, and granted, I've got a weird algorithm. I'll give you that. Definitely a lot of conspiracy stuff. Definitely a lot of, it used to be definitely more violent. Now it's a lot of construction stuff, a lot of conspiracy stuff, a lot of jujitsu stuff, fighting stuff, that kind of thing. Anyways, I wake up, I do everything right. I'm feeling stoked for the day. I did my workout, I did my reading, I did, everything I could possibly do to set myself up for success. I open my phone, I open up Instagram after a couple hours of being awake and doing my stuff, and the first post I see is this guy with like vinyl flooring. And he's like, don't ever put this in your house because this vinyl flooring, it's made to be waterproof, it's made to be fire resistant, whatever. It's got these forever chemicals in them. These forever chemicals are going to rub off as you walk on the floors. They're going to rub off. They're going to, get up in the air. You're going to breathe them in. You drop something on the floor. You go 5-second rule. It's safe. Nope. Turns out your vinyl flooring is sabotaging your health. Don't ever put it in your house. And it's just going off. And I part of me wants to share it right off the bat. Teddy's been bugging me. Maybe we want to redo our floors. Maybe we should look into that vinyl click plank. And so I was like, maybe I'll send it to her. This would be a good excuse not to do the flooring. But it really honestly, and I did send it to her, by the way. And, it really got me thinking. I literally said to her, I'm like, I actually regret sending you that because I'm sick and tired of, and this is going to ruffle some feathers maybe, but I'm sick and tired of going on Instagram, that's really the only social media I ever really cruise on, but going on any social media is just, you're just bombarded right now with everything is toxic. Personality, different people are toxic. If somebody says this, they're toxic. If somebody does that, they're toxic. And then obviously the other side of it is people talking about their shampoo, their deodorant, their, I don't use plastic meal containers. I only use glass. I don't use plastic water bottles. I use metal ones because I don't want to drink the BPA and the microplastics. And then it's like, I only use glass water bottles because I don't want to drink the heavy metals. And everything is toxic and everything should be avoided. And, you should only eat these types of vegetables. Well, guess what? They're spraying chemicals on that. You should only drink this type of water. Well, actually, that type of water is not good for you anymore. And like all the food has these chemicals and all this has that. And it makes it really difficult to be a human being. It really does. And I think that a lot of people, they have this like kind of illusion of control. Like they can control, I'm going to limit the amount of toxins in my body. Look, and this is going to be my conspiratorial mind, but if you think that you can live in North America, this is obviously catered towards a North American audience. If you're in another country, I love you. Maybe your country's better, maybe your country's worse, but I'm just trying to say, if you think you can live in North America and not have toxic chemicals put in your body without you knowing, you need to think again. And I'm not trying to say that it's a good thing. I'm not trying to say that we shouldn't try and avoid some of these things. But it's like, dude, they're spraying chemicals in the air, on the food, in the water, literally on your skin, everything you can think of. You're breathing it in, you're putting them on your skin, you're putting them in your mouth, you're putting them in your body, you're doing, there's chemicals. We're probably at this point like 80% chemicals. And so this idea that this illusion of control that people are going to have, like, oh, I'm going to cut out all the chemicals. Well, you're probably not going to be doing much. You're probably not going to do anything. You think you can even shower in North America without whatever chemicals they put in the water is like vaporizing as you shower, like in the steam, and you're breathing that in? Like, it's literally like, how are you going to live toxin free? Somebody is going to have to run that by me and still be a human being, because this is the thing. When you're watching these Instagram posts, when you're listening to these Instagram posts telling you, oh, this is toxic, this is bad for you, this is going to kill you, this is a silent killer, they're all these chemicals. What does that do to your brain? Literally puts you in this stressed out, anxious mindset, scared to eat anything, scared to drink anything, scared to lean on a painted surface because of the chemicals in the paint, scared to, let your kids play with toys, scared to literally just in this constant fear of whoa, where's the next threat? Where's the next threat? Whoa, no, I don't want to take your quiche from that plastic container. I don't care if you made it for me, Mom. I'm trying to cut out those BPAs. There's people that are literally, what are you doing? You just constantly, and that's the thing with most of these people. Again, I'm not trying to say that these toxins are good for you. I'm just trying to say that most of these people that feel compelled to be outspoken about toxic chemicals and everything, most of these people, they say, oh, I care about health, I care about this, I care about that. But they're still drinking fucking winos every single night. They're still eating pizza. They're still, the type of people that are going to do that, they're not, maybe, I don't know. It's just so ridiculous because, and again, I do try and avoid most of these things. I have the glass containers. I have all that stuff. I get it. But it's I'm still drinking a cup of coffee made with tap water. So let's see if I turn out like the frogs. I don't know what to say about that. It's at the end of the day, you have to live and be a human being. You can't be afraid of, you can't be afraid of just living. At some point, you got to realize, dude, you got to live your life, and you got to really, honestly, if you care about your health, if you care about your well-being, you care about your wellness and your endocrine systems, you care about all those things, you should be taking care of, the quote unquote, the big rocks, the things that actually matter, sleep management, sleep quality, sleep duration, daily movement, daily exercise, rigorous exercise, get your heart rate up, push your body. Your body's meant to be pushed. Eating properly. Now, this is where this whole thing comes in. If you're looking to cut out all the antibiotics and chemicals in your food, I get it. Go for it. But just make sure you're eating 2, 3, maybe 4 square meals a day, depending on your output. Are you eating enough protein? Are you eating enough, are you eating processed garbage? Cut that stuff out first. Eat real, balanced food. Have a way to manage your stress, not just your exercise. You need to exercise, but also another way, some sort of an outlet. And if you don't have all of those things figured out, and you're chasing, oh, I'm going to start filtering my water before I make a pot of coffee. It's literally you're polishing the deck of the Titanic, You're jumping over dollars just to pick up pennies. You're letting the fear of toxins become toxic. You know what I mean? Like, it's like get the big things in order first and then worry about the little things. Not to say don't worry about the little things. Just make sure that you're taking care of all the big things first. Like, if you're not exercising on a daily basis, don't even talk to me about fucking fluoride-free toothpaste. You know? You'd probably be better off not brushing your teeth and exercising every day than not exercising every day and brushing your teeth with fucking fluoride-free toothpaste. Fucking, it's like, seriously, like, and I'm trying not to curse as much, but seriously, you know, like, people really need to get priorities straight. And it's like I said, I'm not against cutting out all the toxins that these corporations and our, honestly, our government is shoving in our faces. I'm not against it. And it's funny too, with like all this Tylenol stuff in the news, you know, it's like, again, I don't think it's great. I don't think you should be like chewing them up like Skittles while you're pregnant. But on the other side, it's like, again, are you exercising daily? Are you pushing your body? Are you allowing it to recover properly? Are you stretching? Are you sleeping? Are you eating real, balanced, like actual whole foods? Are you going on walks? Are you stretching? Are you reading? Are you doing all of those things? Have some sort of reflective practice to like actually review your own thoughts. And if you're not doing all of those things, like, come on, man. Come on. Don't talk to me about it. Do the things. You know, it's like, again, I don't know. It's, it really is honestly something to really think about. And it's not just about this whole like toxin thing. It really is just about everything in life. Like this idea that we just jump the gun on, we care about the flashy, trendy, the veneer, the outside, the beauty, and not about the actual substance. You know, when I first started jiu-jitsu, it was like, I wanted to get every color gi. I wanted to get just pimping gear. And I'm sure a lot of people out there are kind of the same. You know, you see all this no-gi stuff going on YouTube. And it's like, really, you should probably just be focusing on getting better, right? You go and start a business. You're like, oh, I got to get t-shirts made. I got to get hats made. I got to get this made. I got to get that made. It's like, maybe you should get a customer. You know, focus on the big things. The things that are actually moving the needle. You know, it's the same with fitness, right? Like people, you know, they buy a gym membership. What's the first thing they do? They go, oh, I need to get new shoes for the gym. My sweatpants just don't fit right. I'll get a better workout in with these shorts. You know, maybe I'll get a new hoodie, get a new shaker cup, get some supplements, get some protein powder, get some creatine, and you go out, you get this massive shopping list, and it's like, really, what do you really need to be focusing on when you first buy your gym membership? We're just showing up. How about that? How about just doing the workout? You know, get off your phone. It's like if you want to be a good guitar player, you know, just go out and buy the most expensive guitar that you can. Get the cool amp, get the cool pedals, do some cool, you know, start getting some editing stuff on your computer, start, you know, downloading all these things, buying all these things. It's like, no, you probably just need to get like a basic guitar. And guess what? Fucking practice. Because those are the big things that are going to need it, like move the needle, really push you forward. And so maybe this is like a little reflection of you. Maybe you are a little obsessive over these toxic chemicals everywhere. Maybe you just need to, you just have something you want to get better at. You know, you want to learn Spanish. And you don't have to buy a fucking sombrero. You know, you don't have to book a trip to Barcelona. Probably just get like a Spanish to English dictionary, download a fucking free app on your phone, and start practicing. Start speaking to people. You know, take care of the things that are going to move you forward and closer to your goal. Stop diving over dollars to pick up pennies. Stop polishing the deck of the boat that's about to go down and start looking around, maybe for icebergs. On that note, I think that's a beautiful place to wrap this up. If you guys found value in this, you liked it, made you laugh, made you think, made you cry, made you, made you really feel something real, then share with a friend. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Rate it 5 stars. Leave a little review if you're listening to this on a podcast platform. And on that note, I will catch you guys next Monday. Much love. Peace out. Love you all. Bye.